Thanks for taking the time to join me on my channel, Nigel Beyond Things. How you doing? How you keeping? Hope everybody's safe and sound where you are. Today what I would like to do is talk about technology in our skies. We have a number of technologies that we know and we understand. They're using chemtrails, they're using a sun simulator. Don't forget our sun is still behind our sun simulator. No sun, no life, not even going to talk about it. And they're using a lensing system. And we can prove each and every one of these, but what we're going to do today is just concentrate on the lensing system. Let me show you a picture. I'll leave the links to the channel in the description box down below, so it's nice and simple for everybody to find. SkyLab on the truth with Nemisis SkyWatcher. Now there's a video that goes along with this, and I do recommend that you go over, say hello and share the love. Very, very interesting video, and you can clearly see there's a lens interacting with our sun simulator. How can you say that that is a camera abnormality? Oh, or is that a lens flare? To me, that is something that really shouldn't be on a picture or video, for that matter. There's many people across the world that don't even know each other, taking pictures and videos of the sky and getting some outstanding results. Before we take the picture, we don't actually get to see anything, and that's the technology that's in place. They don't want us to see what's there. But when all the angles meet up, like with the camera and everything else, we get to see this lens system or whatever it might be. Because the camera sensor is 100 times more receptive than our eyes, and it can pick up things that we can't see. That's what all this technology is about, so it makes everything look absolutely normal. At any rate, what we're going to do is look at New Farm West, and the date on the video is the 30th of April 2018, and straight away we can notice there's a prism effect going on, and there is a lens in front of the moon, and we're going to get to see that in a minute, and many more through our sky. We've caught this during the day as well, and we'll have a look at that. You can see how red our sky is going and how this lens is being highlighted. All the angles just match up, so we actually get to see it. Or maybe it is a projection of the lens system through back onto the lens of the camera. We can tell these are lenses because they have double lines, and we get to see these many different times. Many other people throughout the world have caught this. If I was the only person showing it, well, you could call me mad. But one thing I've noticed on camera, our moon is now beginning to look like our sun. It's very hard to tell the difference. The petal effect around the outside, and you can see the lensing system in play. It looks like a rainbow just at the bottom. Lenses in the background, and there are many being highlighted as our moon comes through the sky. There is technology around our moon. Obviously there's something there that they don't want us to see. As our moon starts to set, somebody flicks a switch, like just turning it off. And there you go. Let me run this through a filter. What the filter I'm going to use is, it's called Equalize. And what it does, it brings the colour contrast and everything up to the same level. And we get to see a lot more. It doesn't put anything in the picture, and it doesn't take anything out. It just highlights what we've been looking at. Look at the sky very carefully. We get this line suddenly appear, and how the sky looks so much like a cartoon, a hologram if you like. That totally looks normal. Of course it does. Yet again, same camera, New Farm West, and we're just moving on one day. The 1st of May 2018, you can see that we've got this prism effect going on just here. So basically, exactly the same camera, just 24 hours later. This is a little bit further over, and so is this star as it comes through the sky. Our moon will come down, but something quite strange happens that we got to see in the other one, but you might have thought it went behind a building when it went dark. As you can see how red the sky is. Here comes our moon, and yeah, it just looks like our sun, and it shouldn't do. The two seem to go hand in hand. What is the sun and what is the moon? We can see the old lensing effect around the outside of our moon, just here and just here. And we've also got the lenses, and they seem to have moved as well. And you can just see them just here. You can see the prism effect around our moon, and yet again we got that petal effect. And look how red it looks around the outside. Lens being lit by our moon, and the other one just there, and the other one just there. By the way, who just turned the moon off? What is that object there? Not rightly too sure. So why did it go so dark when our moon set, like somebody switched the light off? Anyway, let's stick a filter on this one and see if we get exactly the same effect like we did in the last one. And yes, we get that bar across the top, and it looks like a cartoon. Look at the sky. Now there's something that you shouldn't see on camera. To understand about these lenses, let me show you something.
In order to get this to work, you can't just use one lens, but you have to use 4 lenses. And you just set them up according to this equation and their focal points. So this focal point is our invisibility point. But then as you keep going, in order for the background to not look distorted, you have to recorrect the light that you made diverge right there. But the problem is that the image is now flipped 180 degrees.
Now you can see with 3 lenses how we could have something that's backwards, and you're going to understand what I'm talking about in a second. 18th of April 2018, and we're looking at airportview.net. I know it's quite an old video, but it's very, very important. And the first thing you can notice is when our sun and sun simulator starts to rise, we get this bluing, and how it starts to flash in the background, this redness that we're getting. Some new effect, yet again, that's just been slowly happening over the past 6 months or so. Maybe a little bit longer than that. But of course, this is normal, and this is something that we should see on camera. As our sun simulator comes through the sky, we get this greying around the outside, and that is being projected. The lens system, should I say, in front of the sun simulator is being projected back onto the lens of the camera, and this red lens flare here. We can see our sun simulator, that's that black dot there. They would tell us that this is CMOS overload, and it's not. Now we've got this object coming across here, and it seems to change to a little red ball as it comes through. We've still got this object here, and if you carefully look here, you can see there's an object just there. What a strange lens flare. Lens flare is a projected image of a light source. These are projections through the lensing system, and this greying shows that there's a lensing system running. You can see that we've got this object here, and this is our backwards lit planet. The only way we can have a backwards lit planet if we've got a lens system that's in play and it turns it 180 degrees like you've just seen in the video. And there's a little bit of distortion going on in the camera, and this little red dot seems to be going in the wrong direction. And then all of a sudden it will disappear like it was never there in the first place. And you can see our red projected planet just there, and our backwards lit planet just here. So we can tell there's a lens system in play. With 3 lenses we get a backwards image. You've just seen that in the video. So when they put 4 lenses together, let's see what happens. Could I hide a planet?
Okay, so watch as I dangle something in front of the lens, how it just disappears.
I'll leave the links for Action Lab in the description box down below, so it's nice and simple for everybody to find. Please go over, subscribe, he does some great science experiments, and you need to watch the rest of that video because I've missed loads out. This just proves to me 100% what we've just been looking at runs through a lens system, and it's being projected back onto the lens of the camera. It says it all for me. At any rate, that's all I've got for you now. Much love, much peace, and I'll catch you next time. Take care.